Lakers 43-28. Let's hear from J.J. Redick and speak with Mike Trudell in the media.
JJ, did you see any differences between kind of the defense that you played first half and you get to the 9-point lead before they make that run, and then the second half and just the shots Orlando was able to get?
Yeah, we had a really good intention to start the game. We tried to clean some things up in film today. We still got to clean some things up with some of our execution of coverages.
With LeBron and Rui coming back, ramping up, how much kind of grace are you allowing for the team to find a rhythm and all that versus what you're seeing defensively just not quite look the same?
Yeah, we're going through it a little bit, and we got to get back into the flow and the rhythm and those guys. I think it's not just them getting back into their flow, but it's the group and how the group functions.
Yeah. JJ, I know you just mentioned the group, but on an individual level, when we talk about players getting into rhythm and shaking off the rust, I think mostly we talk about them on offense. LeBron had been such like an anchor for you guys defensively.
Yeah.
Is there rust on that side of the ball too? Is it the same activity level, the same talk as he's tried to kind of get back?
Nobody was good against Chicago. He was much better tonight.
JJ, you spoke to us pregame about the success that Franz had against you guys in LA. When you guys cut it to 7 in the fourth, it was kind of Franz taking over a bit. Was that, obviously his talent, or was there anything defensively that you would have liked to see there?
Not letting him get to his right hand would be one. And I think overall, as the game, we have a phrase, redding up or red up when we switch, and we were very much passive when we switched onto the ball. Banchero hit a 3 on that, and when you don't red up against a guy like Wagner, he's now got a step into your airspace with thrust and momentum, and he's hard to stop.
We've talked about you've talked about grace, and you even talked about the bad defensive habits pregame that developed. Does it feel like there's enough time to make this, quick fixes, or does it feel like you can make quick references to when you guys were doing some of these things early in the season to, I guess, turn it around quicker?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it'd be nice. We're going to hopefully get some court time in Indiana on Wednesday. I think there is time, but we've got to be very strategic about how we use that time outside of games.
Coach, we saw a different attitude defensively against Denver. What does it take for you to see your team going to that level of intensity?
I mean, it wasn't just against Denver. We had it for about 25 games. We can get back there. There's, I think a couple guys maybe from the schedule and being in and out of the lineup, and a couple guys being injured, I don't know. We look tired, and I don't know what contributes to that. That happens periodically throughout a season where the group gets tired. That's what it feels like right now. Again, we weren't able to sustain our level of intensity that we started the game with, and our guys, I thought, started out really well.
Lakers' 4-game road trip continues on Wednesday.
Wagner, Paolo, they're good. I mean, they're big, they're strong, and they presented some problems in matchups. But I just didn't think the Lakers reacted with a sense of urgency. Having lost, 3 in a row and then being the first game on the road where you had a chance to put a cushion on that 9-point lead, you gave them the momentum and they came and took the game from them.
I just thought it was just too much Paolo and Franz. 32 and 30. You think about that Lakers. Yeah, off the bench he had 17. I never even heard of Mr. Black before tonight. And so you look at when you have the two superstars able to score 30, because you think about when our two superstars score 30 or more points, we usually get a win. And that lets you know right now they was in attack mode. You think about Paolo, he shot 12 free throws tonight. He was in attack mode. You know, the only guy that really shoots a lot of free throws for us is Luka. And LeBron, you know, he got 7 tonight, but you show who's in attack mode. And I think sometimes we get so caught up on shooting threes. You know, you playing a team like Orlando, who's really not, by law, by paper, it says a good defense. But name one player on that team outside of KCP that will scare you defensively. Nobody. Sometimes you have to take advantage of that. I think tonight we just settled for too many outside shots.
Yeah, a little worried about the Laker defense right now. Giving up 146 to Chicago 2 nights ago. Not exactly a high-powered offense. And giving up 118 to Orlando tonight. This team was dead last in points per game, or just under 105. So the Laker defense really struggling. Jackson Hayes, 5 fouls. See if he's okay. You know, it's not a lot of rim protection tonight, James.
Vanderbilt got foul trouble too, did he not?
Vanderbilt had 3 fouls in about 15 seconds in the first quarter, so he was definitely decaffeinated as far as what he could do defensively. And big picture, Lakers now only 2.5 games above Minnesota for 7th. What have we been saying for months? Whatever you do, do not end up in that play-in tournament. Lakers, you know, back-to-back tough losses to teams below 500 in the East. Definitely got to put together some wins with 3 games left in this road trip.
Yeah, let's talk a little Paolo. Paolo had 30. Franz Wagner had 32. These 2 guys were awesome. Rob, 9 of 17 for Paolo, but also the 7 rebounds, getting to the free throw line. He is big. He's physical. Franz Wagner, also great player. And those 2 just at the top of their game tonight.
Well, when you talk about athletic guys, young athletic guys, these 2 guys are at the top of that list. You talk about Franz, what he did to us the last time in our building in the game winner. You know, this guy has, you know, when you think of sometimes player, you think about, oh, well, his brother. But no, this dude is 10 times better than his brother. You know, he can put it on the floor, he can get to the hole, he can shoot threes, he can put you on skates and score on top of you. And he has an attitude like nobody can stop. So I like this guy because when you talk about cocky and you put it on the court and you show it and you back it up, this guy's one of those guys. And this young team, you know, I think if they didn't have all those injuries, think about last year what they was able to do in the playoffs. This is a good team, you know, and sometimes you forget. You look at a record sometimes, the record doesn't dictate what kind of team this is. This is a really good team, and I think they showed it tonight.
Perez, Orlando was charged up, by the way, so Dwight Howard, who won a ring with the Lakers, obviously, was getting inducted into the Orlando Hall of Fame, and this was after the game. Dwight was feeling it.
Dwight Howard, 2-time Laker, 3-time Laker, right? I forget how many times he was here. Very good player for the Magic. And, yeah, I guess they can celebrate. You know, they scored 118 tonight when points have been hard to come by. And, Rob, to your point, this team is really not the 8th best team in the East. That's where they are in the standings coming into tonight's game. Banchero got hurt in the 5th game of the season. He missed 2.5 months. I just can't stop watching Dwight. I mean, that's fire. Whatever.
I can.
I mean, Banchero got hurt, or else this team would be much higher in the standings, probably fighting for that 4 seed, maybe even 3.
Let's focus on the Lakers, guys. Losers of 3 in a row. They've lost 7 of 10. You got Indiana and the Bulls on a back-to-back coming up.
Yeah.
Those are tough games. And then obviously at Memphis, and you come home, you face the Rockets. So a crucial stretch here.